Hey guys, and welcome back to Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. As always, I am DemonFire93, and last time we came to the investigation of Taka and Hifumi's murders, and we're ready for the class trial to begin. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and now they were gathered by the red door. I mean, they weren't, because we already passed through the red door to get here. But they were waiting past the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
What the flying fuck? Why are there two of you? Monokuma! Hello, hello! He's multiplied?
Wrong!
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Ever seen Dragon Ball Z, you nerds? That's all it is. Yeah. Can you guys tell which one was the real Monokuma? Nope, but I don't care. You're both just as annoying. Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy!
You're not playing along!
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, or elevator. The pain evader. Pain evader. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Oh, what is it, Hero? Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? I told you already, I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume or the notes? Well, no, but... How unfortunate that it would seem we have our culprit.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's head down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is one of us. Someone right here. And I think it was... I have no idea.
Yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it! It wasn't me, you gotta believe me. I believe you, Hero.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. Oh, I didn't mean to do it! Ah, I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. Damn it, I began to walk toward the elevator. I meant to talk to everybody else first, but fine. We'll go to the elevator once everyone is aboard. It started moving. The doors closed on their own. And the steel box began to move. Wow, there's not that many of us left, huh? 8 of us left. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. When I see all you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
It's the worst.
All because of you.
Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
Well, what? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the next action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Save the game. Hell yeah. Set skills? Do I get to use? Yeah, I didn't think that Celeste's skill was an actual skill. I didn't know for sure, but yeah, it makes sense. It's not really. Alright, finish preparations, and let's begin.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. If
We
you
know about it.
Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
Oh, do we now?
was that?
What's that? What are you talking about, Willis?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Makes a lot of sense. Why else was he found in a
Shut your
locker?
murdering mouth, murderer!
You're the murderer! Who are you calling a murderer?
Murderer.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume
Written in
were
somebody
used
else's
to build it.
handwriting.
And all of it was found in your room.
That's
You have
set
to
up.
admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
I'm kind of questioning Celeste because she talked about that, but she didn't know about that. Only Bianca and I found that evidence in his room.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know, I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer? Or, before anything else, we have to make that clear. Do we? Make your argument. Here's the hero's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true, it's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No!
He didn't.
Just hold on a second!
God damn you all. I mean, look at the blueprints. That handwriting is awfully messy. Yeah, I remember Hiro's handwriting is... yeah, very neat.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit cards, they are...
Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Break, 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 break,
Are
break.
we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Look at the
Well,
handwriting.
Take a look at this.
Take a look.
The
It's
note
in a
that Hiro
book.
wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's
Alter what?
obviously different. What do you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Very true.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting
I
anyway.
100% believe that.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Exactly. 100% not the culprit.
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
Damn, Bianca! Hell yeah! Don't question it. Just
Then who
go
was in
on.
that Robo Justice suit?
Hiro. Hiro was in the suit.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No.
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Okay. It was Hiro. And of course, he passes it off to me.
So? Who was in the Robo Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit, was Hero. The Illuminati.
Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
Duh.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Correct.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
But, Byakuya, we just said that he's innocent, so why are we saying he's the prime suspect? Come on, man. Make some goddamn sense here.
That doesn't make any sense. You've just said Hero didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
He is not the murderer.
So what you're saying is...
The man in the suit has nothing to do with the murders.
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Thank you, Byakuya.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first.
Damn, Byakuya's
So
on a roll
let's get
here.
that out of the way.
What is it, Byakuya?
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
Okay.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
That's the cart.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Is the dolly and the tarp. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been... the blue tarp.
I got it!
There's still one more thing. The things that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been...
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
Child's play. What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room.
Correct.
And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Right.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Correct.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
Yep, and it wound up in the repository.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
So did the dolly.
so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I'm almost positive. 100,000%.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That
Yes.
dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
I'm definitely suspicious of Celeste right now.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Fuck off, Byakuya. That's how I
There is no
respond.
shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Well, Celeste, we
You
had
have
so much
accepted
good
the
times
fact
together.
That you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Fuck you. We were having such a good time together before. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles, which like to hit. Why is there a new element being added? Reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been any limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. In time with the tempo meter. Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with right and left mouse buttons. You'll automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In case you can know what I just said, good luck and have fun. Oh my god, we have a bullet time battle already? Moment of truth.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Wow. Tell me how you really feel, bitch.
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
Shit,
You
fuck,
had it
fuck,
wrong.
fuck, fuck, fuck,
I
fuck,
cannot
fuck,
agree.
fuck, fuck.
You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you.
Haha! Final strike! What am I even saying? I don't know.
Cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Bitch!
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
It's called the Wheel of Blood on it.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The
Check
killer
and
probably
mate,
rolled the dolly
Celeste.
through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Anything else? Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yes.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
There isn't a
I'm
robot.
not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Any of us would be able to.
If you look back
Happily.
on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Right. If I look on how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Make your argument! Robo Justice costume. Okay.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yep.
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
But you can't bend over in the suit.
Then you can push the dolly no problem. So the killer just crouched down and carted the body off to the repository.
If you
Oh
accept
god.
everything
I'm
we
losing my
just
time
said,
shooting the words accidentally.
then you must
Stop doing
realize
that!
whoever was in the suit couldn't possibly be the culprit.
Sorry, I don't think I realize anything.
The dolly doesn't have any handles, so to push it, you have to be able to bend over. But would anybody wearing that suit have been able to actually stoop down like that? No! Because you
As we
can't
know,
bend at the waist.
Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle,
Here it
all
is.
you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Not in that suit. You even said it yourself, Hina. You
You're
can't bend at the waist.
absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
You were even in the suit. You know what I fucking mean.
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you can get anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, Not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
And you couldn't see your feet, so you couldn't just kick the dolly.
From simply pushing the dolly with your feet.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yep.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I can't get this thing off. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help?
Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself?
I didn't make the stupid frickin' thing.
There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
No!
Of course I wasn't making it up.
Hero's just an idiot. He can't do anything.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
And really, really true that he couldn't have killed anyone, and really, really true that Robo Justice had nothing to do with this goddamn murder at all. Except as a red herring.
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second.
Oh my god,
if you please.
Celeste.
Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
What about it?
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice?
What that looks like is a robot hugging a man.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Yasuhiro? How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. That guy? Robo Justice, or that's what I decided to call him just now. Yes, you're pointing it out right now, that he came up with the name Robo Justice when the suit has RJ printed on its shoulders, and earlier in another, I'm gonna pull something out real quick here. I'm gonna pull some editing out here, so future me in editing, go ahead and add in this clip here. What?
Huh?
Huh?
Here we go!
Maggie, the drill shop owner, the bunny-eared Amazon cat girl, dog boy, Robo Justice, the Galactic Knight. And what I mean is there's no 2D here. That shows that, that's right, Hifumi mentioned Robo Justice when he was talking about all his goddamn characters. So, Robo Justice is a character that Hifumi knows of.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
So Hifumi is the one who made the suit, put Hero in it, but then was killed by another person.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
No.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hina, stop being a bandwagon, like jumping on the bandwagon.
Hold on a
Stop
second.
being a sheep.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yes.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from
I
the
love those
beginning.
movies.
Maybe
and
we'll
books
uncover
and
something
show.
new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Probably not.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this.
Oh god, are you gonna do the whole thing you did before?
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko,
She's doing it
and
again.
myself.
At least she's actually voice acting it, so I don't have to do it this time.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up. So we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
Right.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
Sure. And we didn't find you until a little after 8.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also
How can anybody be serious when talking about this idiot?
Same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
she saw a shadow. Something moved around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste was wrong! That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so I headed down further and down the hall.
And then...
Hifumi screamed. Huh? What was that? Hifumi, he's in the nurse's office. So we split up again.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect.
Byakuya.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead.
Supposedly dead.
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Which was for Taka.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
You're gonna throw a wrench in here and tell me that it's somehow Hina.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office.
But on our way, we ran into Celeste.
But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Something I never thought I'd hear before.
After some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Thanks for the recap, guys!
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
Yeah, you were gone for the whole thing, so you were lucky.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Right.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Okay.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
I love that game too. It was
now
good.
then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Okay. The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth in this case, I have to find them no matter what. Make my argument! Monokuma file number 3, okay?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Interesting.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Is that really true?
Say that?
He was hit by Robo Hammer,
Because of the
hammer
numbering
number
of the
4.
Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
Right?
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
I don't know. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Make me think something weird is going on. I'm sorry, we ran out of time, so we will have to pick this up next time. See you guys.